Hello everybody, this is C.B Smallwood and you're watching 100 Days of Making Comics. And, oh wait, I gotta have my logo. It's probably too late, but you know, there you go. It's kind of cheesy, I guess that piece of paper is, but you know, that's just something I'm doing right now. You know, every couple of videos, every 5 to 10 or so, I try something a little different. If you watch the first set of videos that I've done, like videos 1 through 10, you know, I played around with doing intros with music and that sort of thing, and then somewhere about in the middle of the series, I tried doing more like a animated intro. Didn't really get any feedback on that, and that's really nobody's fault because I didn't really do the animated intro longer than maybe 2 videos. So I'm always, you know, trying to experiment and try different things to see what works and that sort of deal. So there you go. I actually, you know, before I started filming, I kind of wanted to sit down and really think and contemplate how I was going to draw a couple of things on this page. Like, for example, her face. Need to work on his face and a couple other faces, you know. And really get not just a consistent look, but a really good look. Like, for example, I've been doing some wildcat faces to try to get a consistent look. Which this is something this page I drew like many episodes ago now, I suppose. More recently, I did this, and I really don't like this page at all. I like this face, and I like that face. This one's sort of alright. This one's sort of alright. To me, anyway, because all art is really subjective. And this has something interesting going on. But anyway, and I like kind of where this was going, but this would be like, you know, meet a deadline type face. I don't know. So anyway, yeah, that's kind of what I've been doing. And since I'm talking about faces in this particular video, I'm going to, I mentioned this before, but I'm going to say it again, that I'm going to do like, well, let me show you what I'm going to do, okay? I'm going to take me a sheet of paper, and I'm going to draw circles, probably about 4 circles in a row, like a row going across. See how many we get. One. All right. So whatever. So about this many circles, okay, and you can't really tell that they're very light, and I'm going to make the circles more perfect in the sense of their shape, and the shape will be identical. And once I get a template of these circles done, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some tracing paper, And this, by the way, is an outline of being upfront and honest here. Eric Larson, how he does his Savage Dragon body type, you know. But anyway, tracing paper. I'm going to take some tracing paper, and I'll trace a circle that I really like, and then I'm going to use this tracing paper to transfer on one sheet of paper multiple circles. Then I'm going to take another piece of tracing paper, trace all those circles onto one sheet, and then do that again, and then put it on a regular blank piece of paper. So potentially in the future I'll have a thing of tracing paper that will have 8, 9, 10, 11. I'll have a blank sheet of tracing. I will have a sheet of tracing paper that'll have 16 oval heads on it that are blank, and then one side will have like graphite or you know, pencil marks or that type of thing, and I'll be able by hand to transfer, you know, these circles on a white sheet of paper without me having to maybe that's too much work, but anyway, that's kind of what I'm trying. That's what I'm thinking. Okay, I basically I don't have a printer handy, and until I do, this is going to be my method of doing these circles. I mean, obviously it just took me a couple seconds to do this, but I think once I get me a template made with tracing paper, I'll be able to achieve the same kind of results and actually have more consistency and even spacing to draw stuff. So then what I could do is just focus on, you know, the faces and, you know, the angles of the faces and you know, that sort of thing, you know. So I think I lost probably most of my audience, honestly, talking about this, because I kind of confused myself, but it makes sense in my head. I just hope that you could follow along with what I was trying to say. So anyway, I'm wanting to really double down and work on faces to have some type of consistency here. It is a worry, a concern of mine, you know. So it's important, you know. And again, I have no clue what I'm really drawing on this because I wanted to have more, you know, alone time with it, you know, without a camera present for me to really brainstorm, really think about things, you know. But, you know, as part of the 100 days of making comics challenge, you know, you're supposed to try your best to every single day upload a video, you know, film a video, and that, you know, that sort of thing, you know. So that's pretty much what I'm doing. And also, you know, I don't know how my work schedule is going to work out. Right now they got me working weekends and whatever, but that could change in a hurry because at my job that I work at now, doing security, people quit all the time, and so where they need you will probably change, you know. And so I got to be able to change and adapt with things. So whenever I can get a video up, I need to make that a priority. Besides the head cheat sheet that I'm going to make to work on my craft and also have references once I get the craft kind of work out. Once I get that out, I'm also oh shucks, I forgot what I was talking about. What was it? It was sort of important, but not. I don't know. What was it? You know, I'm doubling down on trying to make sure that I start getting some more videos out. Getting those done and out of the way. And goodness, I had it in my head just then, and it'll come to me. And as with most of my videos, they're unedited, and so I kind of just, you know, say things on the fly as they come to me and come running out of my mouth. You know me, I usually go blank anytime I start using those creative brain muscles. Seems like it takes a lot of mental power for me to be able to draw some of the stuff that I draw, you know? Even though I don't look it. Let's zoom in here a little bit, just a little bit. So, where was I at? Right here. Oh, working on the consistency of drawing faces and heads, and also having a cheat sheet for the heads is on my to-do list. And I'm also going to make a list and try to keep one up, you know, every week of people that are supporters or helpful in one way or another, you know. And like I mentioned, like Ape Sapien Yanimal, which I know I'm not pronouncing that name right, sorry. You know, my family, Will Avenger, and Douglas, and Dave, and oh gosh, whole bunch of people, you know. And I left out Hazy Days. I believe that's your username. Left out, you know. There's all kinds of cool people that I left out that have been really cool and supportive in this process. So I'm going to try to, you know, I say that, I think I've said it before, but I am going to try to, you know, make some type of list, you know, so at least every so often, you know, I can let people know that, hey, I see what you do for me, and you know, the love that you're showing, and I appreciate you taking your time to watch my videos, because quite frankly, you could be doing, you know, you could be watching somebody else's videos, you could be doing something else, but you've chosen to take 30 minutes out of your day to watch me do 30 minutes out of my day to try to make comics. That's kind of oddly worded. So, yeah. So I got those couple of things that I'm thinking on. Also, besides lettering and coloring and figuring out how to get my book printed, which I know the printer that I think I'm going to go with. And it's no real secret. I mean, if you guys have experience working with these people, you can let me know something. The printer that I'm going to try to go with, assuming I try to get my book published. Let's see, what is it? It's Ninja Printing, or Ninja something. I don't know. I'm fairly certain it's Ninja Printing or Ninja Print. And that's who I'm going to go with. It's really hard to find somebody to print your book online. I mean, it's easy to find, but what it becomes hard is after they get done printing your book and after they get done shipping the book to you, like, just so you can make your money back, you're going to be charging about $4 or $5 for a comic, right? You're going to charge the comic book store about $4 or $5, and then that comic book store is going to have, in order for them to make their money, they're going to have to jack the price up to about $4.50 or $4.60 or $5.50 to $5.60. You know what I mean? They got to make their 50 cents to $1, profit off their comic that they just bought off you. And so, let's say like after something's printed and shipped and all this other stuff, and it costs you, the creator of your comic, like, we'll say like $4. We'll just say $4 in order for the comic book store to make some money back on it, but not make it to where somebody won't buy the book. The markup can be anywhere from like $4.50 or $4.99, which is basically $5. So, and then the trouble with that is, if you're trying to sell a $5 comic book in a comic book store that nobody knows nothing about, that kind of reduces the chances of somebody actually reading your book, in my opinion. And I want people to read my book. I want people to buy my book and all this other stuff, And so, I guess what I'm trying to say in a complicated way, and it's not even complicated, I ramble. But I guess what I'm trying to say is I'm trying to find a printer that will print my books as cheap as possible so I can pass those savings on to not just the comic book stores that will sell the books, but also pass those savings on to people who want to buy the comic. Because I don't want people to break the bank just buy my book, So that's something that's on my mind that weighs heavy, and it has weighed heavy even before I even started doing 100 Days of Making Comics and all this other stuff. But I think Print Ninja, if I print my book, is going to be the way to go. And so there's that. But the problem with Print Ninja is you have to buy in bulk. I think it's at least 200 or 250 books is the limit. But the other problem with that is, like, the lower amounts that you buy, the more expensive they are. But the more books you buy, the cheaper it is per book. And I want to get this book printed as cheaply as possible, So anyway, printing just the way to go. They also got a practice that I don't really like that much, where they change their prices. They're trying to incentivize you to lock in your price quote before they change the price. So it's crazy. I don't know. I don't like that. I kind of like knowing ahead of time so I can actually plan and all this other stuff. You can't really tell, but this is supposed to be a gun. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just laying down the initial thing, so that, you know, I can go back later when I'm not filming and actually put a little bit more work in it, where I don't have to focus so much on talking and being creative at the same time, because it's a little mentally taxing. Crap. I do have my reference book. Let me zoom out. Guns and ammo. So it's got plenty of guns in it, you know, like anybody who's trying to draw a gun and you don't want to print something off the internet, or you don't have a printer handy, you know, go to your local grocery store, or your Walmart, or maybe Dollar General or something. You might be able to find a book on guns, and so you have all kinds of references, you know. The only trouble is, like, you'll find like a reference that will only show like a gun, you know, once. So, like, you know, I'm not going to be able to have the angles on just this one gun, you know. And so it's kind of hard to have consistency. But at least it's something. It's you know, better than nothing. So I got to look at this book, get some ideas. You know, of course I could browse the internet and have that pulled up on the laptop, and, you know, try to draw from that too. I tell you one cool idea that I'm wanting to do, and this is something, you know, maybe the rest of you may want to do. I mean, like, if you want to draw like Batman or Sin City or the Punisher or something like that, or a Western or whatever, I don't know. You can go to Walmart, your local Dollar General, dollar store, something of that nature, or someplace that sells cheap toys. And nowadays they have toy guns that look pretty much like the real thing. And so I'm going to buy me some toy guns when I have excess amounts of money, and I'm going to use those guns for reference, you know, and I'll take pictures of myself, you know, holding them in different poses and stuff like that, and I'll be able to make much better comics than what I'm doing now. So that is something cool that I plan on doing, if I can remember to do it. You know, I have so many things going through my head at once. I'm going to wrap this video up. Before I forget, you know, give a shout out to Hazy Days. And there's a couple more people that I want to give shout outs to, and I just I can't remember everybody's name. My brain is so rambling, and if anybody spent a day in my head, they would get lost, because it's like Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory on acid. But thanks for all the love and support, and for anybody that's new to this channel, you really want to support my channel, then hit that like button, smash that like button, hit that upvote button, because that increases the chances of my videos being seen. And if you're new to this channel, hit subscribe or follow, so that way you can keep up to date to the new videos that I put out. And you know, if you got any questions, comments, concerns, you know, leave a comment down below. You know, even if it's something critical, that's fine. You know, I like, you know, engaging with people on different things. You know, I'm not always right about things, and I'm not always sure about things, and I welcome constructive criticism and criticisms and all these good things. And so yeah, if you got any questions, comments down below. I will see you guys and gals in the next video, And as always, this is C.B Smallwood, and you have been watching 100 Days of Making Comics. And I will see you guys and gals in the next video, even though I said it already. I'm babbling. Hey, see, this video is a little shorter. It's not 30 minutes, just 25 minutes. Yeah.